So this is the face off, but it's actually me driving it. To be honest, I was playing on with him. Well, I was playing on. I'm not gonna say it, but I was playing the Type 59 on his account, giving it a try. Um, the Type 59, I have it on the Chinese server. It is an absolutely beast of a tank. I cannot recommend it enough if you can get yourself one. But as you know, only the Chinese server have this tank. And recently, the Wargaming report shows that the Type 59 is the most played tank in the Chinese server. Although it's a premium tank, as you see, on the Chinese server, it's still one of the most played tanks. And you don't know how ridiculously priced the Type 59 is on the Chinese server. It's like, I think it's like 250 yuan. That's like £25. But in China, the wage and stuff like that are lower than the European countries by a few £100, I think. So the Type 59 costs about 9,000 something on the Chinese in-game store, which is much more expensive than it is in the European store, which is rated at about 7,500, I think. So the Type 59, the most played tank on the Chinese server. The reason why, I think, is because it's actually a T54, but with the Tier 8 premium money grinding ability, and I don't think this thing faces Tier 10. I can't remember because I don't have it on my European account. This is North American server, by the way. That's why I'm getting hype in, but I'm happy to play the Type 59. It's such a beast of a tank. I played like 3 games on a Type 59, and I just cannot love it enough. The tank armor, frontal armor, is just so good. But I do recommend the face-off to get himself vertical stabilizer instead of the gun lane drive or something. Wait, the one that increases your aiming speed. I do a ram to kill this guy, and I bounce from a guy behind me. So I missed the shot on Tiger. Drive into cover. I'm trying to angle myself. The Tiger bounces on me. I bounce on Tiger, but the AMX AC puts a shot into me. He puts a second shot into me. But the IS-6 is pressing the place here. I'm gonna reverse, use a decent mobility to get out of trouble. So the starting bit of the game is not good, but I think I can still do something with this much health because the front armor is decent. So I was unable to kill the IS-3 there. And this AMX AC just went full retard, trying to hunt down that IS. And just check out what I'm gonna do to him. Right from the side. And put in another shot. In the side again. Finish him off. So I'm gonna climb up and kill that IS-6 at this current moment. That's certainly the plan, My team is not the best team in the world. It's one of those crap teams, but better than the other. And I am driving the Type 59, which is something I really like with a tank. Just one of those fantastic things. I fired. I know he's not going to penetrate. I was only going to take his tracks off, so it buys me time to fix the tracks and run away or something like that. And I spot the IS-6, angle the armor, let him bounce it off. Now the IS is dead. I can focus on the IS-6. I know he's got Tiger supporting him, so let's get in some cover. The front armor, so good with a tank. I cannot love it enough. That was never going to penetrate, but I was hoping for that luck. So we bounced the E50, and now the E50 is shooting at me. I'm going down. And he bounced on me again. It shows you that the front armor is just so good. And for a fact, okay, this tank is still in service in the People's Liberation Army, because they don't use it as a main battle tank anymore, but they use it as a form of infantry transport and fire support tank. It's always better to have tanks where you drive it with the infantry, like the Russians. You drive it with the infantry. When the infantry sees like a building that's like covered with the opposition, you can probably just get a tank. Doesn't matter how good it is. It's not against real like other tanks, so you can just blow up buildings and stuff like that. So the Type 59 still has its place in a modern battlefield. You don't have to go tank versus tank. You go against tank versus other infantry. It's better than having nothing. So infantry divisions have them, but now the main battle tank in the People's Republic of China is the Type 99 and the Type 96. The 99 is the better elite version of the 96. The 96 is more designed for mass production because it's cheaper, but it's not that much worse than the Type 99. Sorry, the 99 is just amazing of a tank. They say that the 99 is apparently better than the Leopard 2 or something like that. Well, I do think that the Type 99 is actually a really good tank. Well, let's just talk about Type 59 now. Type 59, they have a Type 59G. The G version is basically a modernized version to sell it to third world countries, like the, for example, the Africans or something like that. They basically sell it to African countries, and then because it's cheap, they modify it into third generation tank, main battle tank standards, and apparently can fight Abraham, but you know, it's not as good as Abraham, but for African or the Middle East, it's good enough. And they fitted a 125 smoothbore gun, so that shows you that this tank can mount a 125. If they're gonna make this tank into a tier 11 or 12 in the future, they can make a Type 59H, I mean G or whatever version. But I don't know. The tank is good. I'm gonna show you the after game stats later after another. Sorry about that. Basically, the second video I was gonna make, somehow there's a video error. The video did not actually record properly, and the file just corrupted. So I'm not able to actually show you the second replay I had, which was much better than this one. This one's like my second game of the Type 59 on a day, and the first game was just as good as this one, but the file broke, and the third file also I lost it, so I cannot actually find the game. But all of them were 50,000 profit games with no premium, of course. So check this one out. We were able to make 66,000 credits and 1,120 XP game, non-double, nothing, and just a random game really. It wasn't like those games where I did particularly well, but it shows you that this tank is really capable of something. Checking out the game experience wise, I came first. Didn't do the most damage. The artillery did the most damage, so good job to him. Checking out the enemy team, they were pretty bad. Having the guy doing the most damage, only 2,200 almost. So checking out my detailed stats, I was able to fire 18 shots, direct hits 15. I missed a few when I was trying to kill that T20. The gun depression is not good, but it's adequate. It's definitely those tanks where the gun depression will work if you are experienced. It's not the bad sort of gun depression like the WZ-120. It has some depression, and you know, I find it good. I find it good enough. You know, sometimes you just have to take the sort of ways where you have to drive down and show your whole arm and stuff like that, because the lack of gun depression. But with a bit of skills, you can really do it. So the repair cost is very cheap. well, standard I would say, but the thing that's cheap is ammunition. This thing's ammunition is like it's like tier 5 standard ammunition cost. Check this out. Only 4,284 credits used for resupplying, and I fired like quite 18 shots. So it shows you that this gun is dirt cheap, and the mobility of the tank is decent. What else? So after the thing, I got a 54,000 profit, which is good. I think this tank is one of those really good tier 8 tanks. Certainly, I would say I would swap this. I would swap this tank for my IS-6 any day of the week. Although the IS-6 is good, but this one's better, and that's why Wargaming deleted it from the game, because it was so good. Hopefully you can learn something about this tank, how to bust it. If you're gonna see it frontally, shoot its lower glacis, or that bit here. You see that bit here? I'm trying to show you that little thing that pops up from the front armor. You can penetrate that spot, and shoot it at the cupola if you want. Yeah, check out my other Type 59 game replays if you want. I certainly recommend this tank. It's only a game I played that night, so it wasn't one of the best. Just emphasizing that this tank is just such a beast. Just the ability of making money is just off the chart, I would say, and the mobility, the armor, everything's good. And hopefully you learned this tank is a beast on the battlefield. And I'm hopefully gonna get you some more replays on this tank.